Hey there everybody, Johnny T here, and today I'm going to put a new battery in probably one of the coolest analog alarm watches I have ever seen, especially for the price. Now, this is a collectible Timex. They have a lot of different models of this kind of watch with this movement. And a lot of different colorways. I'm actually going to get, I'm going to clean this watch up like as I talk about it really quick. This is not the original bracelet, and the way this watch works is really intuitive, actually. It's extremely cool. It's all analog, and it does have an alarm feature. So you're probably wondering, like, how the heck does the watch know when to set the alarm, when to, like, how does it do that? Like, how does it know when the alarm's supposed to go off? It needs some kind of trigger mechanism, doesn't it? It needs a way for you to set when and a way to short something to tell it to set the piezo element off. This one has a really cool way of doing that. So I'm just trying to get the crystal cleaned up a bit because it seems to have, it's just a little cloudy. That looks much better though, doesn't it? I will just very quickly kind of polish it. Oh, it's just really scuffed. I need to get some, God, what is that stuff called? Polywatch? I have Polywatch, it's downstairs. Anyways, let's talk about the watch. So, you will notice at the 12 o'clock, there are two fine wires, right? Very cool. You will also notice one of them says minute and one of them says hour. What happens is, I'm going to pretend like this watch is going through and telling time. Well, first of all, I don't understand why that's doing that. Let's do it this way. There we go. Okay. So, if you look at this minutes wire, as the minutes hand comes by, it interacts with that wire. You see that? That's making continuity with the circuit. And then as the minutes hand goes towards the hours wire, it completely bypasses it because it's taller than the hours wire, right? So let's say my alarm is going to be 12:30. Okay. So what happens is you set the watches telling the time, right? The minutes hand only goes over the minutes wire, and the alarm does not go off. In order for the alarm to go off, both the hours wire and the minutes wire have to be shorted. And the only way for that to happen is if it's at that time. So now we're at 12 o'clock. And as the time goes on... Whoa, come on camera. Do your thing. You can see that the hours hand is hitting. It's actually bending the wire. You can see that it's connected. And now... I could get it looking good. As soon as the minutes hand touches that wire, boom, your alarm goes off. Because there's continuity going to both places. And then that sends a trigger to the circuit to tell the piezo to go off. That is cool. Look at how much this wire is getting bent by the hours hand. That's how that works. Extremely, extremely cool. It's got two crowns. So the weird thing about this watch is, like, first of all, if you don't set the alarm, it'll move with the hand. So let's go ahead and like set the alarm. You could set the watch using the bezel, which is weird. Look at that. Isn't that strange? You ever seen that before? But the cool thing is or the weird thing I should say, check this out. So in order to set the date, I mean, I guess this is the same position as any quick set date. If I could get it to position number 1 out of 0. Okay, so this is 2, that's 1. Okay. You see how the bezel now changes the date? Isn't that interesting? Have you ever seen... I should probably set this further back to make sure I'm not hurting anything. I forgot to do that. The hour's hand should really be towards 6 o'clock when you mess around with quick set. I hope I didn't damage anything. I don't think I did, but the bezel changes everything. It's so weird. Like, everything gets engaged and disengaged via the bezel. It's so strange. So yeah, and this is it. This is one of the weirdest watches I've ever seen, honestly. And with both crowns pushed in, now I can just change the alarm, I guess. So pretty interesting. And it's pretty stiff too. It's not gonna, like, you're not gonna bump it into things. It's not gonna change too much, probably. Okay, anyways, maybe we should get a battery in this watch and test it out, yeah? But that's pretty much it. Look at how hard it is to kind of tell the time on this thing, though. It's silver on silver on silver. It's like, this is not a legible watch. Like, even the date wheels got black, and then the background is silver. All the indices are silver. And all of the, all of your hour marks and minute marks are on the very edge, and they're very small. Very small. So, yeah. Pretty interesting watch. And this is not the original bracelet. I probably am going to remove this bracelet and put a leather band on it, maybe. I don't know. I mean, the bracelet, the thing is like, you could tell it's not quite the same shade of silver. It just doesn't really match. Anyways, let's get a battery in this thing. I think I'm going to take this bracelet off, though, because I just don't like it, I guess. But how the heck do I do that? These spring bars don't look normal at all. These aren't typical spring bars. Well, let's treat them like they're typical spring bars and see what happens. Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, look at this. My camera wants to do there we go. So they're long on one end and then fat on the other, and they're not even on both ends, and it's throwing me off. So, but if you press down on the fat end, the bracelet comes off, so. Or should I say the wide end? I don't know. Yeah, I should probably say the wide end, huh? Alright, there we go. Bracelet's off. So here's the watch, and it has the instructions on the back. Now I can kind of wipe this down here, because that's what I was doing at the beginning of the video, right? Just kind of wiping this down. Trying to get any gunk out of here that I can. Because my watches don't have to be perfect, but I do want them to at least be clean-ish. Because, my watches are used. People are buying used watches. There's some expectation of... Also, this watch isn't worth too much. I mean, these Timexes are worth... this one doesn't have its bracelet. And it does, I believe it uses a proprietary bracelet even. I guess you could put in your bracelet you want in it though, as demonstrated earlier. But if this was complete and in good condition, 150. Surprisingly, but that's because of how like unique these are. The way the alarm works is just there's no other watch like it really on the market. So here we go. Here's all of your instructions. Turn the ring to set. Time, date, and alarm. Pull the crown out to position 1, set the date, which I was doing earlier. Pull it out twice to set the time. The thing is if this is set to, like if this is in position 0, that's this bottom crown, as you're setting the time, the alarm rings will also try to set themselves. So you want to pull this out and set it to one of these 2 alarms. So if you pull it out to position number 2, your alarm's set for under 60 minutes. If you pull it to position number 1, it's set for over 60 minutes. So yeah, Timex.com, CR 2016 cell, stainless steel back. Very cool. Where do we pry the back off? It looks like the lip's right here, so I'm going to go for it. These things are nightmarish. These case backs are nightmarish to get back on. So this does have a piezo for the alarm. You're going to want to make sure that goes back where it's supposed to, which is... I think it goes back... Oh yeah, obviously. So yeah, it goes back on like that. Which means this gold pin right here has to make contact with the piezo. So we could probably conclude that this gold pin controls the piezo and the alarm. Cool. We're going to have to remove this fork to get access to the battery. So we need a Phillips head. And I believe we need a 1.4 Phillips head, which is what this is. It's your gray band 1.4 Phillips head. Screwdriver. Come on, camera. Whatever. So I'm gonna just unscrew it. Let's see if it fits. That's a perfect fit. Perfect. I don't believe anything's going to fly at me, so I'm just going to take the fork off like a normal person. And sure enough, I'm going to get that and put it inside of the case back. And now I think I could get this movement out. Or I'm sorry, the battery. Let's see. Perhaps I need to yeah, I don't know if I could get this out right now. I think I need to... Okay, I figured it out. So, all you gotta do is pull the battery, push the battery in, and then pull it out. Boom, done. I made that way more difficult than it needed to be. Sorry, everybody. I'm not perfect at this. So it's a Sierra 2016. Let's see. CR 2016. I am running out of CR 2016s. I'm going to grab my phone and take a picture of one. Just so I remember to purchase more later. Okay, now we just need to get the battery out. Cool. And we just want to use our tweezers. Make sure they're not make sure they're not conductive, made out of metal, stuff like that. Because we do not want to short our battery. Just slot it in like so. Boom, done. Hopefully it works. Okay, we need to get our fork back in now. And last I checked, the fork was coming off like this. I must have gasket grease on these tweezers or something, because stuff was sticking to them. Just like that. And then we just want to put our screw back in. Probably do it correct next time though. Come on, screw. Ooh, come on. I'm starting to get tired. I think this is the last watch I'm going to work on today. Most likely. Because, yeah, I'm starting to get fatigued here. I'm losing my voice, too. I'm an introvert in real life, and I don't really talk much. So talking to the camera as much as I do during these videos is more stimulation for my vocal cords than I am used to. I do not talk that much in real life. Anyways, IRL. I think, so does it say water resistant? 50 meters. Okay, that's pretty decent. I should probably... I'm gonna go ahead and service the gasket, I think. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Just to be on the safe side. Stick it in the gasket greaser. It'd be nice if this thing straightened out though. I don't know what's going on here. Why you no straighten out? Yeah, this gasket's doesn't want to straighten out, so I'm just gonna throw it in like this, I guess. I don't know. I don't really know what else to do. That seemed to have worked though. It looks like it got pretty well saturated actually. Cool. So now I'm just gonna reapply it onto the case back. This is a nightmare. Cool. There it is. Got it back on. It's got its grease. Whoop. Yeah, I'm starting to get tired. I think this is, I gotta to call it a day after this one. Okay, make sure everything lines up. Your arrows want to go to the crown and, well, yeah, to the two crowns. This is not never going to go back. You're never going to get this back on with your fingers. It's just not going to happen. Also, it's not even running. Just kidding. The crown was out. It's running. You're never going to get this back on with your fingers. So just admit defeat and get your case back press tool. Don't even mess with it. You're gonna lose. It's Timex. But 30 millimeters is actually pretty much perfect for this. So that's good news. And then yeah, 30 millimeters on both sides looks to be quite perfect. Honestly, that makes my life pretty easy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to make sure that everything's lined up, which it looks like it is. Okay, I'm going to slip it in and I'm just going to start cranking away. Interesting. This is when having a press that just comes straight down and doesn't twist would really help. Because right now, like, the case back keeps moving out of position and I don't really know. What am I going to do? I have to keep the case back. I guess I could just use some tweezers, huh? Yeah, there we go. The problem, yeah, I just have to keep the case back in place. Ooh boy, it keeps moving out of place. And this movement or this watch is really slippery everywhere. Okay, let's try this again. There's just no way to do this. Oh, that works. Okay, cool. Okay, so what I had to do was it's not perfect though. Yeah, I'm not happy with that. I'm going to try again. So what I'm doing is I'm pushing the case up against the top plate, and it's just kind of keeping the case in place for me as I'm rolling it down. So Perfect. Check that out. Oh, it's off by a bit. You know, it's fine. I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay, so let's see if this thing works. Come on. I'm getting... My patience is unfortunately running out. Okay, so, pull for alarm under 60 minutes. So, position 2. Okay. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So, let's... Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm going to let it run. I'm probably going to fast forward the footage or something. Actually, we'll do dimensions. But it should go off soon. In theory. The alarm should just go off in about a minute or two. So, boy, this is an adventure. Let's see. So we are looking at 41 millimeter case size. .49 millimeter lug to lug, 11 millimeter thickness, and 18 millimeter lug width. Should go off. Oh, there it goes. And then push your crown in and the alarm turns off. And now I can reset it. That is cool. You gotta admit, like, that is extremely cool. And I think I even have an old one. I've got an old version. Yeah, it's right here. How funny is that? This one didn't work though, but check this out. It's running right now, but it's the same concept, same idea. Look at this. So I've got two of them. But I don't recall this one working properly, which is why it's been sitting. But I mean, both of these are missing their straps. But yeah, look at that. How cool is that? So they, like I said, they've got all kinds of different shapes and sizes of these. These are pretty different watches, but they use the same movement. It's the same exact operation, same idea, same instructions on the back. They're extremely cool. Like, I really think that these are some of the coolest watches you can buy with, like, it's a completely analog alarm. Like, how many watches have you seen that have this? It's like pretty much none, right? I mean, these are the only ones I've ever seen, unless you're talking like, you know, insane minute repeaters and mechanical watches that are worth a lot of money. You know, there's that. Like, there's the mechanical analog alarm, but these are, it's weird because these are technically digital, but the way the alarm works, it's an electrical short. So, anyways, I thought these were really cool. I wanted to talk about them. I've had one in my collection forever, and I was super excited to get a second one. So yeah, again, these are worth, like, I don't know, like, without the band, I might be able to get $75 for this, maybe more, but they're kind of collectible. So, If I helped you fix your watch, that was such a pain. Like, sorry everybody who had to endure through that. But if I helped you fix your Timex alarm watch, definitely like and subscribe. Oh, it's got a nightlight too. What? Oh, this has indiglo. It also has indiglo. It says nightlight right there. Nightlight. That's indiglo, guys. Well, you know what nightlight is. This one's also got. They both have indiglo. All right. Anyways, you learned something new. If I helped you fix your watch, yeah, like, subscribe, and I'd really appreciate if you thought this is interesting. If you were laughing at me the whole time, maybe like and subscribe then as well. I'd appreciate it. All right. Take care, everybody. See you in the next one.